Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear devotees, today I am going to talk about a small dhammaa fact. The Buddha says, mano, mayaa, dhammaa. Today I am going to talk about that. What is mano and what is mano maya and what is the dhammaa? We know that we have a mind. It is called mano in Pali. Let's look at this mind. When we think about this mind, actually it hasn't any form. Mind hasn't any color. This mind hasn't any sound. It hasn't any noise. So the mind is called formless condition. Plus the mind hasn't any smell. Mind is odorless. And also the mind hasn't any taste. We have tasted various foods, but we haven't tasted mind. We cannot taste it. This mind hasn't touch. That means we cannot touch it. And also we cannot have any mental image of the mind, what it is. But still we have a mind. The real condition of the mind is to something, get to know something. What does this mind get to know? Outside forms, that means outside colors, are known by the mind. But the mind is formless, colorless. It gets to know outside colors as well as outside sounds, noises. Formless, soundless mind can. The knowing condition is the mind. We have that. We know that when we look at forms, we know that we see forms. We see the colors with the help of colorless mind. We hear the sounds through the ears with the help of soundless, noiseless mind. And this mind can get to know outside smells. And this mind can get to know good taste, salt, sour taste. Any taste this mind can get to know. And this formless mind can get to know the touch of things that are outside. Hardness also the mind can get to know. Watery condition, liquid condition, also known by the mind. But mind is formless. No hardness in the mind, no liquid condition in the mind, but mind can get to know such conditions as hardness, liquid condition, and the heat as well as air. And also this mind, even though it hasn't any form, it can understand, it can know mental images, various mental images. We call it thoughts. They come to our mind. Color images come to mind. Sound images come to mind. Mind gets to know them. Smell images, images of some taste, images of some touches, they come to mind. Then the mind gets to know all of those mental images. But remember, this mano, the mind condition, it hasn't any color, it hasn't any noise, it hasn't any odor, it hasn't any taste, it hasn't any touch. That means we can't touch, we can't feel the touch of the mind. And also it hasn't any mental image. But still there is a condition which is called the mind. The nature of the mind is to know something. Maybe now it is clear to you about the word mano. It is formless. In that dhammaa fact, earlier I told you mano mayaa. Now you know the mano. Now I am going to tell you how to understand mano mayaa. Mano mayaa means made of mind. Actually, we think that outside forms, noises, smells, tastes, touches, etc., they are something outside, completely separated from the mind. But it is wrong. It is a wrong view to look at those things in that way. Our Lord Buddha says, mano mayaa dhammaa. Now you can understand dhamma. Dhamma means simply now you can understand forms that we see through our eyes, color forms, and voices that we hear. Those are the dhamma. That means those are some natures. When you see some colors, color forms, it is the nature of the world. It is called dhamma. And the noises that we hear, it is also a nature made of mind. That is special here. Mano mayaa dhammaa. Sound is made of mind. Mano mayaa dhammaa. It is difficult to understand, but this is the truth. Lord Buddha said, this is the truth we should understand without separating oneself from outside world. If there is no mind here, we never can hear any noise or never can see a color form through our eyes if there is no mind. So we have to understand that the color forms outside, they are made of mind, mano mayaa. The color form outside, it is a dhamma. It is the nature of the world. It is made of mind. It is difficult to understand, though that is the reality. The noises that are born at the moment outside, it is mainly because of the mind. Mano mayaa dhammaa. Mind gives rise to such noises. It is very difficult to understand, though that is the reality. Also, the smells that we think that side, it is also made of mind. Mano mayaa dhammaa. And also the touches, various touches, hardness, liquid condition, airy condition, the heat, all those conditions we can feel. But it is also mind made. Mano mayaa dhammaa. And also the mental images that comes to our mind. Earlier I told you, color images come to our mind. It is also made of mind. That those color images that we see through our mind is born inside the mind. That means mind gives rise to such mental images. Mind is the generator of such images. We simply try to understand those are coming from outside, but the reality is otherwise. That means mind here and now at the moment creates such mental images, mental color forms, mental noise forms, mental smell forms, or mental smell images, taste images, touch images. All those mental images are simply created by the mind at the moment, here and now, by the mind. It is very difficult to understand, though. This is the reality realized by the Lord Buddha. He is such a wise person in the world. He understood that we cannot separate our inner life from outside world. When the mind rises, external world rises. That is the reality in our life. But if we don't have enough wisdom, enough prudence, enough knowledge to understand this inside world and outside world, both are interconnected, we tend to create some self-idea, self-view. That means when you try to separate yourself from the outside world, actually you make a fence between you and the outside world. Then you try to reach the outside world. When you try to reach the outside world and get things, grasp things, when you try to cherish things, there comes the problem. There creates the problem between your mind and the outside world. Because ignorance, not knowing, in the middle. Then, without knowing, you try to separate yourself from the outside world. Then you try to do various wrong acts, wrong deeds. Why is that? Because you try to separate out yourself from outside world without knowing that the outside world is also a shadow of the mind. Actually, the outside world that you see, hear and feel and experience, it is a shadow of the mind. But when you can't understand this as it is, you try to do bad things using your body. You try to kill animals, you try to steal others' things, you try to behave in sexual misconduct, you try to get drugs and liquor, such things. You tend to do like that things. Then your mind is blemished, it is deluded due to such wrong actions. So the wisdom is the gem here. Wisdom is the most important thing for the man here to understand without separating oneself from the outside. Without separating oneself from the outside world, we have to understand that when the mind rises, the external world rises. There is no any fence between internal life and the external life. When you can understand like that, you can understand that the external world is as a shadow of the mind. So it is enough for today. Now today we understood, we tried to understand this small Dhamma fact, mano, mayaa, dhammaa. We understood mano, the condition of it and what it can do, we understood, and mano, mayaa, made of mind. What is made of mind? We talk about that. And also the Dhamma. Simply I told you some facts about it. It is enough for today to understand this small Dhamma fact. I think that this small Dhamma fact will help you to learn something about our life. Say sadhu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.